Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery, and this is today's 5-Minute Friday, and I always enjoy doing our propagation 5-Minute Fridays because it allows you to, maybe you've got a plant, we're looking at this spider plant here, the chlorophytum. You may already have some, and you can actually make some more plants, whether you want them for your own house to make like a nice mass of plants, or you can give them away. It's always a great gift. So these are super easy to propagate, and certainly some of the easiest plants to propagate, which works really well for 5-Minute Friday because it's nice and easy. It's something you might have already. Right, so what we've got a pot. It's just a 9cm pot. We've got some compost, and we've got our plant that we're going to take the cuttings from. These are our mother plants that we use around the nursery to produce more plants. So this compost, let's talk about that first. It's nice and open. It's a multi-purpose compost, but it's nice and open, so it drains really well. This is a house plant. The spider plant, or chlorophytum, is one of the easiest house plants to look after. It's not all that fussy about the compost that it goes into, but if you make it nice and open, it makes it slightly easier to care for. So if you've got a multi-purpose compost, you can always add a bit of bark to it, a bit of grit or something like that. Bark's going to be the best thing to add to it, just to open it up so it drains well. So I'm going to fill this pot with compost pretty much all the way to the top, and then I'll tap it down. And you'll see the compost sink slightly, which will happen naturally when you water it. We don't want it to sink too much, but we want the compost just to be shy from the top of the pot, just so you've almost got like a little tiny reservoir of watering, because if you fill it all the way to the top, or even mound it over the top, what you'll find is if you water it, you'll lose quite a lot over the top, which is obviously not what we want. So chlorophytum, or spider plants, produce what are called offsets, these little tiny baby plants off the side, and all we're going to do is take them away from the stem and just put them in. And in each 9cm pot, I've got a few here, I'm going to put about 3 plants in each one. So what I do is I find the stem that it's coming from, find a nice, healthy, reasonable size offset or little baby plant, and I'm going to take it off just here, just nip it between my thumb and finger, and that is what I'm going to push in. And I can take that and push that into the compost, and actually make sure the base of the plantlet is under the compost. And then all we have to do is repeat that, find some more, and do exactly the same thing. Push it in and make sure the base of the plantlet, the offset, is underneath the compost. Let's find another one and do exactly the same, just like that. And the reason I'm putting 3 in there is that these produce a lot of offsets, a lot of little baby plants. I've got a lot that I can take from here, and not every single one is always going to take, and it means your plant is going to grow that much quicker. So you can do one if you like, but it's going to fill this pot quicker, and then we can put it in a hanging basket or in a bigger pot or something like that. Now all that's left to do is water it. Just water it, get it nice and damp, especially to begin with. You're just taking it away from the mother plant, so make it nice and wet, and before you know it, this will start rooting. Keep it in not a really sunny position, but a position that is bright but not direct sunlight. A windowsill often works really well for that, but make sure it's not south facing and really direct sunlight, although we're coming into the winter, you'd get away with it this time of year. Keep it warm. Other than that, you'll find they root quite quickly. They put roots down really quickly, and before you know it, it'll start sprouting up, and actually within maybe a year you'll be able to do exactly the same with this plant. So the process just repeats. Any questions at all, obviously get in contact. We're here to help. See you soon.